It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. In this one, we'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Mobley is out there with Johnson. Then it's Keon Ellis. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's White in at the point. And for Toronto, they've got McCollum, Washington out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Maxey. And it's Robinson in at the center, locking down the middle. And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
Now White, following the three-point attempt by Dylan Brooks. Good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now, here's Washington. And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Pass to Mobley. Mobley sets the pick for Johnson. Connects in the foul line jumper.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now, here's Washington. His last outing, 16 points for him. And that's a foul called on Keon Ellis. That's his first foul.
And he quickly picks up his first foul. That's something to be aware of.
McCollum against Ellis. It's McCollum with...
Oh! Unreal! Well, he's more than just a shooter. C.J. McCollum showing you he can also find a way to get inside and get it done.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And the 76ers with possession. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
And a credit to their front office. They wanted a more complete team, and that's exactly what we saw in that one.
Now, Washington, after the missed three from Derek White. Brooks, the pass to McCollum. Off target from outside. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Pass to Hartenstein. The fadeaway, good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
Well, you love when guys add to their games. That's what Hartenstein has done, including with his jump shot.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. 6 to shoot. The three from McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
Now here's McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. Stolen by Brooks. Into the lane. Mobley with the block.
And whenever Mobley is out there on D, you have to be aware of where he is.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
In a wide open look for McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. That's 7 points for C.J. McCollum. White the pass to Mobley. Mobley sets the pick for Johnson. Back to Mobley. Stolen by Washington. From deep, Maxey drills the three-pointer. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
Johnson with a screen on Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot is off. Nice D from Brooks. Washington kicks to Brooks. And here's Maxey. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Here's McCollum. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Kevin, back over to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And the 76ers with some changes. Walsh is checked in. And it's Luke Kennard in for Ellis. On defense, the Raptors. 6-point game. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the night here. And that one misses. And one thing when a team underperforms like Philly did last season, Tim, they often bounce back.
Well, it always comes down to health, Kevin. If they have that, it feels like the East is wide open. They are going to have a chance to make some noise.
Shot clock at 5. Back to Robinson. It's stolen by Hartenstein. In the corner, Kennard with it. Mobley outside. Goes up the baseline, and he connects with the jumper. White's got his second basket of the game. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Brooks kicks to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. McCollum's got 11.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Mobley sets the pick for White. Pass to Mobley. Stolen by Washington. McCollum outside. Now, here's Washington. Still without a basket. Here's Brooks. That one goes in. And now a 6-point Toronto lead.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
McCollum against Kennard. Hartenstein with the screen on Maxey. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
That is tough action to stop. Hartenstein is a great screener and mobile enough to make you pay.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Ripped away. Pass to White from downtown. A rebound by Washington. Raptors leading by 4. Brooks outside. McCollum finds Brooks. Outside Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. It's rebounded by Walsh.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Pass to Mobley. Over Washington. Off target with the jump hook. The Raptors have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Brooks down low. Kennard covering. Brooks misses.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Kennard the pass to Mobley. Mobley sets the pick for White. Pass to Kennard. For the 3. Offensive rebound. With the second effort. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise, and with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report. Hachimura is checked in for the Raptors. And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. The 76ers third.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
First free throw is good. Washington hits them both. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Now, here's Maxey. After the miss from Vucevic, and it's McCollum at the elbow. Caruso with the ball. Maxey covering.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Now, here's Maxey. 35 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And he really cashed in at the line. A big chunk of his points came from free throws.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Well, you have to force a scorer away from his favorite place on the floor. In this case, you have to push him out or deny him the ball.
Johnson can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Hachimura kicks to McCollum. There's a screen by Robinson. McCollum outside, unloads. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And it's Johnson. Oh, drop the hammer!
Look out! And Johnson giving these fans a show.
Maxey against Kennard. Maxey, no good. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. That one goes. Count it. And now just a 2-point Toronto lead. Pass to Maxey. Kennard with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Another miss by Johnson. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The first one falls, and the Raptors with some changes. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Isaiah Joe comes in for Maxey, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for McCollum. Washington hits them both. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Caruso looking for an opening. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Vucevic. That one doesn't drop.
Well, protecting the rim, plays like that really bolster your defense.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Toronto. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Peyton Watson. Ellis is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Jalen Johnson, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Johnson. After the miss from Vucevic, Ellis can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Hauser. Still yet to score. Ball stolen. Here's Richards. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Ellis finds Watson. Here's Vucevic, covered by Joe. Another miss by Philadelphia. Raptors leading by 5 to the paint. Here's Hachimura. And then Hachimura with the jam.
I love how under control Hachimura is. Able to push his way through the contact and score. Nice work.
Now, here's Johnson. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Raptors in Toronto. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Richards got 4 rebounds in this game. Joe passes to Schroeder. Now, Hauser. Top of the key, Hachimura. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
And the fact that they did all of that on the road was really impressive.
The Raptors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Some changes here for the Raptors. Washington's checked in for Nick Richards. Dylan Brooks comes in for Sam Hauser. And Maxey subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 9 points. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And Mobley throws it down.
Making it look easy. Mobley using that size at the rim.
Maxey finds Washington. Now Brooks. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guy this, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
And when you talk about Evan Mobley, you start with his defense. One of the best in the NBA at using that frame, reading the game, and making an impact on that end.
First one falls for him. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
So well deserved. And look, prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer.
Nick Richards. He's checked in for Isaiah Joe. Raptors leading by 6. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Maxey. And that's a foul called on Keon Ellis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3. before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Robinson's checked in for the Raptors. Outside, Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Ellis.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor. Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
From deep, Maxey. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Ellis. Here's Walsh. Outside, White. And here is Ellis. Now, Mobley. He's covered by Washington. He gets it in there. Now, just a 2-point Toronto lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside, Robinson. And here's Brooks from outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Count that one from Mobley. Mobley's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Now, here's Maxey. And it's sent back by White. Hartenstein passes to Ellis. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. Ellis against Brooks. It's Washington high post. Here's Maxey. The shot falls for only his 2nd bucket, 2 for 9.
And that's the thing about Maxey. He is wiry strong. You see him there, absorb the contact, stay on balance, and finish.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Brooks. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Tries it from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Stolen by Washington. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Stolen by Robinson. Brooks. Lays it up off the glass. Brooks has got 5.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Hachimura. Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Luke Kennard comes in for Ellis. Now White. A 35-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Pass to McCollum. It's deflected.
Yeah, no way. Not happening. Hartenstein denies it. The 7-footer getting it done defensively.
Here's White. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Maxey. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
That free throw, no good. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Mobley kicks to White. Here's Johnson. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Now, here's Washington. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. For 3, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Hartenstein's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And Mobley throws it down.
And went up and pulled it down. Mobley soaring.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Hartenstein's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Johnson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And it's a 7-point 76ers lead.
Well, Johnson should get credit right there for staying ready and making himself available off the ball.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
And you look at McCollum. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Now, here's Mobley. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Mobley wide open. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, this is one of those nights where you get to see everything in Mobley's bag.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
And a chance here to check out some stats for Derek White. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. And how about his top 10 ranking and free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Cullen passes to Brooks. Caruso against McCollum. Trying to get something going. Good on the jump shot. McCollum's got 13 points.
He just hasn't been able to find any kind of consistency to this point.
White dishes to Mobley. Pass to Caruso. Now White. Shot clock at 5. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security's everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Now, here's Maxey. 5 points in the game. Robinson sets a screen for Maxey. The Raptors need to get a shot. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's White. Fires from way outside. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Thanks a lot. Well, Coach Nurse, seems like your defensive execution has been pretty sound. What are you seeing from your team?
Really solid, right? Not very many mistakes.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Philadelphia 76ers.
The key stat here is rebounding. They're way ahead in that category. They've been the far more physical team, Shaq.
Elbow sandwiches with some extra mayo on the side. Yum, yum.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Evan Mobley has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
And you are going to see this defense now switch things up against him, but he has the skill set to counter that.
Here's White. Mitchell Robinson out there with Washington. Then it's Brooks. Then there's McCollum. And it's Maxey in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Mobley. Back to White. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Raptors and taken away by Ellis. And he gets the bucket.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Philadelphia shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint. Mobley kicks to Johnson. Mobley a screen on Brooks. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, really nice use of that pick there by Johnson. He is so smooth in that action.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Raptors trail by 15. Pass to McCollum. Now, here's Washington. Back to McCollum. Fires the 3. Rebound by Johnson. The 76ers leading by 15. And so the ball out of bounds. Maxey touched it last. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Johnson outside. The tray. It's good from long range. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we've seen Johnson become more confident with his outside shot. Now the next step for him, let's become more consistent.
To the middle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Tyrese Maxey.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Guys, back to you.
All for one. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. 5 on the clock. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Well, that was a very well-designed set, and it resulted in a dime from Jalen Johnson.
Maxey. And it's sent back by White. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Inside, and Mobley throws it down.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. To the middle, and stolen by Mobley. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
He is soaring on that one. Johnson going up high to get his hands on it.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Mobley? Averaging about 23 points per, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Well, he understands his role. He's one of their enforcers, but he also helps them win the battle of possessions.
Maxey passes to Robinson. Washington kicks to Maxey. Good on the triple. Maxey's got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's beautiful right there by Maxey. You can play him off the ball or on the ball. Tyrese will find a way to beat you.
Now, here's Johnson. 16 points for him. Ellis outside. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Washington. Down low. And then Washington with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Now here's White. 7 points in the game. Mobley the pass to Ellis. Here's White. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. Sinks the triple. White's got 10 points in the game.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Washington finds Brooks. From deep, Maxey.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Mobley against Washington. Mobley the pass to White. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
Kennard, he's checked in for Keon Ellis. Hartenstein passes to Mobley. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
76ers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. Robinson dishes to Brooks. Here's Washington. Mobley with the block.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. When he's not blocking shots, he's altering them.
McCollum against Kennard. Back to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Outside Robinson. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And Toronto making a change here. Joe's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Walsh is checked in. So it's Toronto now. Brooks outside. McCollum against White. Pass to Washington. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Outside White. Mobley sets the pick for White. The 3 ball. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Now here's White. Mitchell Robinson unable to get his last shot to go in. White the pass to Walsh. Mobley sets the pick for Kennard. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Robinson a screen on White. McCollum passes to Robinson. And stolen by Mobley. Kennard kicks to Mobley. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. White finds Mobley. Now here's Kennard. Covered by Joe. 3 on the clock from outside the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Robinson up top. Kennard covering. Back to Robinson. To the inside. Brooks the pass to Robinson. Good. Nice job down low. Robinson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
Mobley a screen on McCollum. Here's White, and he drives in. Up and in on the layup. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounders. Evan Mobley, 4th.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
The first free throw is good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And the Raptors making a change here. Hachimura is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Vucevic checked in for Hartenstein. Here's Walsh, trying to find White, gets it to him. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Raptors trail by 21. Brooks outside. Pass to Joe. Vucevic against Hachimura. Deep 2 from Brooks. Vucevic with the rebound.
That was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
Mobley, a screen on McCollum. Here's White. Another miss by Philadelphia. Enzo Brooks will bring it up for Toronto. To the paint. And that one's good. Hachimura.
And the confidence Hachimura has in himself, knows he can score from this area when given the chance.
White setting the pick for Mobley. Drills the three-pointer. Mobley's got 7 now in this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 9. And then Hachimura with the jam.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one. And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. He's been a factor for them over the last month, averaging 22 points per, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But that's right. There's no question he's not their only offensive weapon, but he is a key cog in what they're trying to do.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Nick Richards. He's checked in for P.J. Washington. Walker comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Maxey subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Caruso. He has 5. Wiggins, and the shot is good. Wiggins has got his first basket of the night.
Well, Wiggins that time showing you a different dimension to his inside game, and that presents a challenge for the defense.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And the wing jumper offline. The 76ers shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. White the pass to Mobley, and it's blocked. On the wing, Walker, covered by Wiggins. To the inside. Here's Richards. That one, no good. Good D by Mobley. Philadelphia shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Johnson sends the screen for White. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Maxey. Fires away from way outside. And so it's Philadelphia, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Peyton Watson is out there with Vucevic. And it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And it's Ellis, and it's a 2-guard. And that one, good.
And Maxey plays with so much energy. That time he wills that one in off the contact.
Caruso kicks to Johnson. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
And here is Caruso. After Rui Hachimura gets his shot to go from deep. Caruso, no good.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a three of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
Maxey passes to Schroeder. Now Richards. Maxey, that's a two-pointer. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Richards.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Pass to Vucevic. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Schroeder, and here's Maxey, defended by Caruso. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Raptors. And the 76ers making a change here. Here's Caruso. Pass to Vucevic. Out to the wing. Philadelphia moving the ball around. To the wing right side. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good, Caruso.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Mobley throws it down.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Schroeder finds Joe. And here is Hachimura. And here's Maxey outside. Vucevic with the rebound.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Fast break Toronto. Here's Maxey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Maxey's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, when he's out in the open floor, Maxey is almost impossible to match up with.
Pass to Caruso. From deep, Ellis. Nailed from three-point land.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Now, here's Maxey. And that's a foul called on Keon Ellis. That's his 3rd foul of the game. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree.
Well, this team really trusts McCollum with the basketball. CJ makes great choices when he's running an offense.
White the pass to Mobley. Ellis outside. Back to Mobley. White against Maxey. And it's White missing. Enzo Brooks will bring it up for Toronto. Washington. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 4 assists in the game.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
Here's White. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Maxey passes to Washington. Over Mobley. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
I got ball.
White looking around and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's just his first turnover of the game. For the most part, he's been very reliable.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Vucevic. The Raptors have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Looking to get back on track here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
The throw good, McCollum.
And one of the things about C.J. McCollum, it's not just about his numbers. It's also about how good of a teammate he is. It's really a great example for younger players.
And so McCollum nails both of them. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Here's Maxey, following the basket by Derek White. McCollum against Ellis. There's the three. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
Ellis against McCollum. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
Pass to Mobley. Ellis outside. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is, I promise you that.
Here's White, following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Ellis outside. Hartenstein finds Ellis from past the arc. It's Ellis on the wing. Pass to White. Here's Mobley. He's covered by Washington. Goes back up. Rebound by the Raptors. Robinson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Washington with this screen on White. Here's Maxey, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. It's time now to present our player of the game, Evan Mobley.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Here's White. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. Inside, nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And that one's good. Brooks.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
White the pass to Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And that one falls for Johnson.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, for Jalen Johnson, the biggest thing is just staying healthy, because when he is good to go, he is a huge weapon for this team.
Now, here's Maxey. Robinson sets a screen for Maxey. Offline with his 3.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Here's Johnson. Here's Mobley. Sinks that one from the post. 28 points for Evan Mobley. Here's Maxey. Brooks outside. Back to Maxey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And with a bigger responsibility, Tim, the efficiency numbers for Tyrese Maxey taking a bit of a dip.
Well, they certainly have, but they've gone from great to just good enough. But I think, Kevin, as he gets more help and more guys come back from injury, those numbers will recover.
They sure will. That free throw missing. So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off, coming off of a screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
And again, Toronto no luck. The 76ers leading by 20. Outside, White. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. And White kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Over Brooks. Rebounded by McCollum. Toronto's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
That free throw good from Washington. Philadelphia leading by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Evan Mobley.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
It misses. 34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Schroeder against Caruso. 5 on the clock. Washington can't get the 3. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Evan Mobley.